Good evening, everybody. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com, live on Twitch, sitting on the ground in beautiful Sola in the Norwegian country of Norway. And we're going to make our way to Dusseldorf. And it should be a pretty eventful and exciting flight. So let's get started.
Good afternoon, Eagle County Ground, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. We're at the ramp ready for taxi, runway 25. We'll take the apron, Alpha 3, Alpha,
54 Delta Charlie, radio check.
KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear to Ottawa, Leicester 2, runway 6 left, 0544, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Clear land, runway 7, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Good evening, everybody. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see us. Hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves and doing well. Can everybody hear me okay? I didn't forget to mute or unmute my microphone. Yes, that is correct. I did. Everything's good. We're sitting on the ground at Sola, which is a really, really pretty airport, recommended by Mr. Saminis. We're just south of Stavanger, which is probably not how it's pronounced, and in beautiful Norway. And it's actually a beautiful little airport. It's huge. It's big for, North American standards, but probably small for European standards. But it's really, really awesome to be here and have the opportunity to check out some of these cool places. The next place that we're going, which is Frankfurt, was recommended by Mr. Barbecue. So we're actually going to make our way to Frankfurt. I said Dusseldorf, but for some reason in my mind it was Dusseldorf, but now I'm thinking it's Frankfurt because Master Chief Pilot just told me so. But it's okay because we all make mistakes. So we're going to definitely ride that mistake train for the rest of the evening. But hopefully everybody's enjoying themselves on a beautiful Wednesday. I'm going to put a shout out there for anybody who comes across. Think of it as a challenge. If you come across either a KingAir 200 QRH or a KingAir 350i QRH, I don't really care at this point what condition it's in. I mean, obviously a plastic covered with quick reference tabs would be awesome, but if somebody can come across the real QRH, I would like one so I can run all my checklists. I find that I make a shit ton of mistakes, as would a real world pilot should he not have a checklist. So if any of you in your travels come across one, drop me a note in the Discord or a whisper in Twitch. Tell me how much it is, and if you can find it for me, I will gladly pay you for it. I'm at that point where I really believe that it would make all the difference in the world. I need to start using checklists. I need to start doing the real world thing, and it'll make it more fun too, especially with some of the failures that I have brewing. So if anybody comes across them, obviously I don't want a $500 pack of KingAir 350i shit, but if somebody can come across one or can get their hands on one, or even if it's one that's in rough shape, I'd be happy to take it and resurrect it. Sometimes those things have nostalgia with them, and it makes them even better. Reading Rich, how's it going, my friend? So for just putting that out there for all of you, especially when I upload the video to YouTube, leave me a message on YouTube, even if you know of somebody who has the QRH for KingAir 350i, a 350, 200, then I will gladly take it off your hands. So let me know in whatever media platform that you are watching the video on, and I would be more than happy to acquire it. It's time. In the meantime, we're sitting, it is morning at Sola. It is morning, so I think it's about a 2-hour flight. It's really not that long, so we can take our time and do things right. You know, take your time, do it right. I think there was a song that was like that. And as always, guys, if you have questions, please don't hesitate to jam them in the chat. Other than that, I guess we're ready to start drinking beers and having fun. So happy Wednesday to everybody. Well, it is still morning, Saminus. It's morning AM, like daylight starting. For you, it's 32 minutes past midnight, but that's still morning for you, dude. That's still morning. But I like to fly in the daylight until I get the projectors still need a little work. I have a little wee bit of fuzziness in the two corners where the images merge. I still have to work on that. In the dark, it makes it even worse. What do you mean it's midday for you because you're a night owl? Anyways, without further ado, let's go get this beast started. Guys, as always, if you have questions, jam them, and we'll try and sort them out for you as best we can. All right, the master battery switch is on. The nav lights are on. The beacon light is coming on. Bleeds and blowers, those bad boys are off. Props are all the way forward. Parking brake is set. And let's roll the dice here today. We'll start with number 1, please. Number 1, here we go. We've got ignition start and 1 rotation. ITT's rising. Oil pressure's coming up. Fuel pressure looks good. We've got that all in the green at 40 PSI. The oil pressure light, out she goes. And through 10.5, in goes the fuel. The nacelle is spinning. The propeller on the nacelle, she spin. All right, we're watching the ITT coming up, making sure it does not exceed the high temperature limits of around 800 degrees. Reading Rich, it's still Wednesday there. That's funny. Coming up on 50%, starter cutout. Master caution. We'll let the engine stabilize. Greetings, Sim for Fun. How are you tonight, sir? All right, we've got 1 good engine started. We're going to flip over to that generator. We're going to have a peeky-boo as Gen 1 comes on. Gen 1 comes on. Wow, we pick up 40% of the load, which is actually 100% of what's running right now, but it is only 40% of our load with the battery charge that's going on, and the voltage looks really good, so we're going to turn Gen 1 back off. And you're amazing, and you hope it can be the same for me and all. Well, that's really nice of you, sir. I'm sure it is. Awesome. Some places, it's pretty awesome here as well. All right, number 1 is going to go to high idle. We get number 1 to high idle, and let's go ahead now with number 2, please. We've got number 2 ignition start and 1 rotation. ITT's rising. Oil pressure is coming up. The oil pressure light is out. Fuel pressure is good. When we get through 10.5, in goes Gen 1, and the prop's spinning. In goes Gen 1, and let's check for the fuel flow. 161 is the number. Fuel pressure is coming up. Everything looks good. Through 28% and 1. The ITT's climbing through 240 degrees. In the green now, heading for the yellow. Duke Jones. Hello, sir. How are you? 60%. Whoops. 50% is where we cut the starter out. We do it late. Late is fine. We'll let that engine stabilize for a moment as we switch over. And N1 is stable. Everything else looks good. Let's check Gen 2. Gen 2 is coming on. We split the load with Gen 1. Gen 1 is going off. Master caution. Gen 1 goes off, and the entire 40% goes right to what's 100% again. I only have 40% of the load on. Goes to Gen 2. Gen 1 is going back on. Again, we split the load with Gen 2, so the generators are good. We'll leave her on Gen 2. Inverter is on Gen 2, and we'll go ahead and put the avionics on. And we'll put the pitot heat and the windshield heat. The auto feather and the auto ignition is on. Bleeds and blowers can go back on for a little bit. Let's get that fan going and bring the temperature down. And both engines down to low idle. EDDF, it was the requested flight disavowed, so it's Frankfurt. At least, unless I really screwed it up last night and the actual recommended flight by Rooftop Barbecue was EDDL, in which case I really sucked it, like bad. It's in the stream suggestions, guys. Maybe one of you could look and see if I fucked it up. Because the flight plan, yeah, he requested EDDF, and that's what I did the flight plan for, so that's where we're going, is EDDF. Okay, so we're all good. It's not Dusseldorf. We're definitely going to Frankfurt. We're glad we got it straight. Sorry, folks, it's all good. You're on the right flight. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right, the avionics pack is on. Flight directors are on both sides. LNAV is engaged, but not engaged because it's just the autopilot's not on, so it's just active but not operating. So it allows the flight director to show me where to go. The yaw damper is off, which is good, and we'll do a little pushback from these fine gentlemen at SOLA. We appreciate the help that they have given us while we have been here. Let's just do a straight pushback because there is another building behind us, and I don't know if I want to go too far or too fast. I'm really not 100% sure what's behind us, and I don't want to hit anything and reset the flight. So we'll just hang tight here. Just hit the building. Yeah, replica, that would just start everything all over again. That would suck. Good to see you, my friend. Where did you set at start? Actually, you know what? Dumb me. I've got the chart right in front of me. I could just look at the chart. Does not look like there's a building. We're sort of at the east side of the airport, right by the windsock, actually. The windsock should be... We've got two buildings on our right, supposedly. And, whoa, wait a minute, this is weird. It's showing the direction. It shows that I'm pointing south, which I am, but my scenery is showing a building on my left, and this is showing me nothing on my left, but the runway, there should be two buildings on my right. It's very strange. No, I don't see the helipad here. Oh shit, there's an airplane, so I couldn't have been too far. Yeah, this was like parking something. It's near the number.
Left or right?
I'm going straight. I'm just going straight. But when I go to taxi out of here, I'm going to turn left.
Okay, that's good. I'll follow you out.
All right, that should be good there, almost. I'm kind of up on the grass now. We will stop there. Whoops. All right, parking brake is set. Yeah, that building that's there should not be there, but there should be two, well, according to the airport diagram, there should be two buildings and a terminal off to my right. I see drone there, so that's good. Wolf to Fear. I'm doing very good, sir. How are you? All right, we'll give these guys a little flash with the taxi light and let them know that we're ready to go, so they'll stay clear and get out of our way. And tail logo light can go on. We are on VATSIM, Duke Jones, and POSCON. We're on both at the same thing. Chef 1986, good night. Captain, how are you, sir? I'm on the military section of the airport. That would explain what all the X's are. It doesn't describe that shit anywhere. Anyways, I'm going to take the non-existent taxiway from the left here. I'm going to take the non-existent taxiway to Foxtrot 2, and then I'm going to go south across runway 29 and down around Foxtrot 1 to 36. Fine, thanks, and hello from Spain. Well, I hope things in Spain are good, sir. All right, let's see what happens. Everything else looks good. I don't think I forget anything, but here we go once again with me now having a checklist. So I'll put that out there again. If anybody knows where we can get a QRH for a 350i, a 350, or a 200, let me know in whatever video medium you are watching this in, and I will elect to purchase it. Something tells me that, drone, this is going to not take us anywhere where I want to go. Looks like that taxiway may not be here. Gavin's Kendi. Good to see you.
Yeah,
What?
I think it's down at the end of this.
Oh, there is something. Okay, one notch
It
of
is on
flap
my
is out.
scenery.
Yep, there is something. There's X's through it on the, because they've clearly, as Mr. Salmon has said, made this military. They didn't want people going in and out. Jared, do you really for a 200? See, that's what ideally I'm looking for, a QRH, a complete QRH, a quick reference handbook for a 350i would be my first choice. Second choice would be just a 350. Third choice would be a 200. There was one, I used to have one from Flight Safety. It had the Proline 21 in it. It was perfect, all plastic, but I gave it to somebody because I said, oh, I'll never build a simulator, a KingAir. Well, boy, was I ever wrong, and do I ever kick myself in the nuts for that one. The nice part was he's putting it to good use, though, so I just don't remember who he was. Anyways, Jared, if you don't need that or don't want that, send me a message. Let me know what you want for it, and I will buy it from you. At least it would get me started anyways. Sola traffic, KingAir, November 38 Alpha Kilo. We're apparently at the military ramp. We're going to taxi Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot 1, runway 36 for departure to the south. Sola.
Solo traffic, November 54 Delta Charlie. We'll be taxiing runway 36 via Foxtrot 1.
No, Chief, no, I am not. I started my pilot's license many years ago, but the flight school stole all my money and went bankrupt, so I decided to just build simulators instead for the last 20 years. Adds a little more fun. Sola traffic, KingAir, November 30 Alpha Kilo. We're crossing runway 29, Sola. All right, strobes are going on. I have one for the 350 with Proline, but my company has purchased a 350i, so I'll need it once we get the airplane. So, okay, but hang on, Jared, because the airplane will come with new ones, but if you ever do want to get rid of the 350 with Proline, let me know. Or if you ever, it gets sort of old and tattered, because that's what happened. My company that I worked for bought a Super KingAir with the Proline 21 in it. I don't work for that company anymore, and that's why I ended up with a QRH for the 350 with the Proline 21 in it. And I was nice. I gave it to somebody, and I'm sure they're enjoying it. But then I realized 10, 15 years later that I didn't have it. So anyways, if anybody comes up with one and can figure out where we can get one or where I can get one without spending like my second born, then that would be much appreciated. Definitely want the SimiFlight or the Flight Safety QRH. Oh, that's not bad, Saminus, for hanging out and doing what you've been doing. Good for you. Yeah, Jared, let me know, man. And I, like I said, I'd be happy to pay you for it, whatever. But just don't risk getting into any trouble for making it disappear, if you know what I mean. I don't want you to get in any trouble for that. So definitely not, and not worth the risk. I can always go buy one off Fleabay, but those guys is hard to even get an answer from them. And half the time, the revision that they post is not the revision they're selling. Yeah, well, I will gladly do that as well. Gladly do that as well. All right, we're coming up on 3.6 now. And let's check our configuration. One notch of flaps is down. Auto feather, auto ignition is on. Bleeds and blowers are going off. Taxi light is going off. Strobe is going to go on. Solar traffic, KingAir, November 30 Alpha Kilo, position and hold runway 36 for departure to the south. Sola.
Solar traffic, November 54 Delta Charlie.
Clear on the left.
Short runway 36 for
clear on the right.
Departure, Sola.
Let's see if the PFD comes up for you. It does. All right, we've got our V speeds in there. Everything's looking good. 23,000 is the cruise. It has all the checklists and emergency checklists all in the binder. That's exactly what I'm looking for. The only difference is it wouldn't be Proline 21, but that's okay. I can work with that. All right, here we go, folks. Let's get these engines stabilized. Again, landing lights are now coming on. Engines are going to high idle, and away we go. Thanks for the follow, guys. Really appreciate that. Sorry, I'm just in the middle of departures here and not quite paying too much attention. All right, engines are stable. I got 2 good engines. Here we go. Takeoff power is set. I've got 2 good engines. The governors are kicking in. That's looking good. Speed tape is alive and on both sides. That's checked. Solar traffic, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo, rolling 36. Solar.
South.
80 knots.
80 knots, checked. Continue.
V1.
V1.
V2.
Whoa, shit, that was close. I didn't make the adjustments to the flight controls before I started. That wouldn't have been good, which means we didn't check the flight controls. Flight controls free and correct would have fixed that. We'll have to fix that as we get going here.
Solar traffic, November 54 Delta Charlie is departing runway 36.
Props back to 1550. Speed check is good. Landing lights are going off. Bleeds and blowers are going back on. Auto feather, auto ignition is going off. Prop sync is going on. Yaw damper is going on. This is 2020, Duke. I'll see if I can set this up for a heading hold so I can check my flight controls and get them all freed up, and then we'll turn the autopilot off again. I'm not in the US, actually. We're in Europe. There's the outer marker. I'm in Europe. We made it all the way to Europe so far. Oh yeah, we just left Sola, which is in Norway, and we're making our way to Frankfurt tonight. They did a big rollback too at Cockpit Builders, so I would have more money if not. Oh, really? Wow, what was the reason for that? That sucks. Bring that speed back down a little more. It's climbing a little fast. Keep that nose below 10 degrees. Trying to maintain around that 23,2400 mark. Solo traffic, KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo making a left 180. Direct Zulu Victor 520. Sola, last call. Go down EU. EU. Am I going to go down Europe? Well, actually, I was already in the south of Europe, and then I came up to Norway, and now I'm going back down. We've already been to Innsbruck. We've been to a few. We're going to make our way back down, and then we're actually going to probably head back to the US, actually. Guys, we have a really big ATC POSCON fly-in on Saturday morning. I believe it's the 9th or the 10th. I'll have to double check. I think it's Saturday morning, the 9th. Full ATC fly-in on POSCON, so check that out for sure. Happy New Year. You wish the best for me in 2021. Thanks, Jameer. Appreciate that, buddy. All the best to you and your family as well. Through 8,000, switching to standard. That should have happened at 6. And we're continuing the turn to Romog now. Or sorry, Zulu Victor 522. Watch that altitude. Nose below 10 degrees. We can keep the speed up. Otherwise, she gets too fast. Wow, when did I miss that? You guys didn't remind me. I don't know why. That's the first time I've ever done that before. that's beautiful. You're not seeing me on VATSIM. I don't know why. I'll have to check it again, but I would have thought that it would have. All right, there's 11,000. When will I drive through Spain? So that's what I'm planning on doing. I'm gonna head south down through Spain, Portugal. I came across in Spain. I've been to Gibraltar already, and but we're gonna head back down that way as we make our way back into the U.S. Although I am going to rematerialize the aircraft in the U.S. for the POSCON ATC flight. It will happen. But you guys are probably gonna get pretty fucking bored if I just spend all my time flying from place to place to place to place. But I do enjoy doing it this way. Wow, that sun is right in my face. All right, let's see if we can get these bags sorted out. 1550 on the props. The torque can come up to, ooh, not into the red, please. Torque can be about 106. .106, 83% on the N1. Torque's a little high tonight, actually. The air must be very dense. Absolutely it does, 100%. 1,500 miles is the range on the 350i. Actually, I think it might even be more than that, but that's the number that I generally go with, is 1,500 miles. The longest flight I ever did was, I think, 5 hours. 5.25 hours or something. It was crazy. All right, we're also going to put the recognition lights on. They should have been on takeoff. That was my bad. Again, checklist item, checklist item, checklist item. Through 18,000. Yeah, exactly. So normally what I do is I go up to Scotland and go across there to Greenland, then into Iceland, or Iceland into Greenland. And but the problem this time of year is the winds are out of the west. So the winds coming from North America to Europe, I can get across in a couple of really good hops and it's not so bad. But when I'm going back, I'm usually like 100 knot headwind, and that actually makes it extremely difficult to get across. Yeah, I connected, but it didn't pick me up because I saw it on mine. I actually see that I'm connected here, but whether or not that disappears, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll reconnect. Oh, that would help, Jared, 100%. Because I can print it off. I can print them off. I got no issues with printing them off. Even if you just want to scan me the thing, that's fine. But a lot of people don't like doing that because it's too much work. They don't like doing that because it's too much work. All right, LNAV is engaged as we're 1,000 to go. We'll bring that heading bug back around. That would be awesome. Actually, the before start, yep, would be perfect. And then I'm mainly looking for the after start, before taxi, or before takeoff, I guess they call it. The climb checklist and the cruise checklist, descent checklist, the approach, and the landing checklist. The normal ones are the ones I'm looking for. The start sequence, I'm very familiar with that, but I just want to make sure I have the checklists for after. Not the memory items, the actual confirmation items. But whatever you'd be willing to do, Jared, would help me out big time. And like I said, I'm more than happy to just print it off on my own. All right, heading is set. Torques are way too fucking high. Let's pull them back. intervention. Oh, I appreciate that, Jared. Thank you very much, especially for the kind comments. I appreciate all you guys that decide you're going to hang out with us. That's what I like. All right, Rummock is next. We're level at 230. The engines are good. The fuel flows are good. The torque is a little low. I'm sure that's going to come back, though. .250 indicated. Somebody forgot to remind me the coffee pot. All right, that looks pretty good. Except the torque went high on me again a little bit. There, we got 105, 106 on the torque. And I think everything else is looking pretty good. Thanks very much for hanging out with us, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo. Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you guys here. Let me go and double check the VATSIM connection. As always, if you do have questions, please jam them in the chat. We're always happy to answer your questions. All right, let's see what's going on with the VATSIM connection. It says I'm connected, so I will disconnect and I will reconnect. But I was totally connected. I'm on 122.8. Everything's connected. We're mode C. At least now I see London Center actually showing up on the list, but thanks very much for being here, guys. November 30th, Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Sorry about the mess. I clearly did not quickly clean up before the stream. I think we're doing not so bad. Not so bad. I wonder if Fantastic shows us now. Let's see. Let's see if we're seen by the Vatastic world. Your looking glass into the world of VATSIM. And survey says nada on Vatastic yet. I don't see it yet. Unless I'm looking in the wrong place, but I don't think so. Maybe it'll pop up soon. You see your favorite soda, Mr. Salmonus? Which, the Pepsi? Yeah, sometimes I need the sweetness from it. So instead of the beer, I'll switch to that. Let's kick the tires and light the fire roundabout. We just took off out of Sola. We're on our way to Frankfurt, courtesy of Mr. Barbecue. Mr. Barbecue Rooftop Barbecue picked the stream. Hopefully you're well roundabout. Work's not driving you nuts. Again, thank you guys, Majad and Dro340 for the follows. Appreciate that. I'm sorry I didn't mention that sooner, but I was busy. the best bigly. What is a bigly roundabout? I'm not familiar with a bigly. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. Well, that's probably why I wouldn't understand it. The Canadian side of me doesn't understand. 100%, I have full control of the airplane in this room. Actually, I can show you. I'm this close. There's the airplane right there, and these are the interfaces. These are the interfaces for the systems. There's over 5,000 linear feet of stranded copper wire. Yeah, this is where the magic happens, 100%. This is where I do all my programming and all my work. You've cleaned on the top. Oh yeah, the top's all cleaned off. We've painted. Obviously, the sim is painted black. And we've painted this wall is also black, where the 3D printers, the CNC, and all that jazz are. We've redone the countertops. The only thing I'm missing is the floor. I haven't replaced the floor yet. 9,000. Sorry, drone. Appreciate that. Yes, you're right. 9,000 feet. Oh, so roundabout. It's just a little one. My wife got it for me for Christmas, but it's big enough to do panels and everything that I would need to do. It's so it's still, oh, absolutely it is. You can do circuit boards on it as well. So it's a perfect size. I mean, it'll do 1 foot by 7 inches, 12 inches by 7 inches, which big enough. I mean, like I said, does absolutely everything that I actually need it to do. How long did it take me to build the sim? That Robert Franks, I am a hoser, dude. How's it going, buddy? The sim, I've had it in my possession for 10 years, but it was just a shell of an airplane, and then stripping it and all that took me a couple years. And then after I got the everything stripped, redid all the interior and the main instrument panel, and then last December we tore it all apart. And I think it took me 3 weeks to get it completely ripped out, run all new cables, program up the Arduinos, and get it all interfaced. And it took me 10 minutes to switch over from P3D to Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. Roundabout, that's, I mean, the technology's the same whether you go little or you go big. It's not about the size of your CNC, it's how you use it, big guy. No, so Eric, that's the best part. The Project Magenta just gives me more ability to interface to those gauges because they use FSU IPC. But no, if you want to interface switches with FSU IPC, you can do that direct. You do not need any Project Magenta. Thank you, Chef. Thank you, Chief, Chef. Fuck, I don't know. I'm too tired. It's been a long day. So the Lewis script, Eric. So the Lewis script is your window to the flight sim itself. The Arduino code just monitors the switch and turns on the outputs for the light. So what happens is the Lewis script, at the bottom of the Lewis script, you'll see a bunch of, it looks at those offsets for any change of state. So what happens is, if thanks popcorn, yeah, it hasn't been, I have to put some away. Anyway, I have to crush some cans, but I didn't have time before the stream. So the Lewis script, what it does is if something in the simulator changes, the Lewis script sends the change to the Arduino, and the Arduino turns on the correct light to indicate that change. The Arduino detects a switch, whether it be your landing gear, and it sends the Arduino sends out the serial port to the Lua script. This switch has been activated, and in the Lua script it says, okay, when this switch is activated, I want to do this in Flight Sim, and it sends that command, gear up or gear down, to Flight Sim. So hopefully that makes a little more sense for you, Eric. That should make it a little more sense. So think of the Lua script is your program as to what happens. On the Arduino script, my Arduino script from one to the next is almost similar. I specify this many inputs, this many outputs, and every single switch or LED is connected to that. So I can actually just connect to the Arduino and through the serial monitor toggle an output or pretend to toggle a switch or see the switch, the code come through from me toggling a switch. Once I verify that works, then I go to the Lua and say, okay, when I hit this switch, it sends an SO1 out the serial port, meaning for simplicity's sake, switch input number 1 has been set. Then when you go to the Lua script, when it sees SO1, it says do this function, set the landing gear or set the flaps or turn on the landing lights or whatever. So it's actually really easy the way it works. You just got to think of the Lua script as the program of what you want to happen. The script that's on the Arduino is just monitoring hardware switches and turning on outputs. So the Lua script initiates all the things of everything that has to go. The Lua script talks through to FSUIPC, and FSUIPC speaks SimConnect language. So the Lua script can't talk to SimConnect directly. It needs a window. So it uses FSUIPC as the window to get to SimConnect. So what we do is we take the Arduino, we talk to the Lua. The Lua talks to FSUIPC, and FSUIPC talks to SimConnect directly. So think of it as a 4-step process, but it happens super freaking quick. It's very fast. All right, let's get back in the cockpit. I'm getting a little dry. Thanks very much for hanging out with us, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo, Cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see you. If you do have any questions, that's what we're here for. We like to answer your questions, so please jam in the chat. We're always happy to oblige as best we can. The only thing we do not do is sell help here. We do not sell help. We deny help, but we sell help. So it's we don't sell help, we give help. That's kind of the way I look at it. Oh, Jared, don't worry about it at all. It's just a... Oh shit, I changed the angle of the camera. I have to fix that because the airplane's flying sideways. When I moved the mouse, I fucked with something. But we'll be a little bit before I have to do that, probably on the next break. So guys, you know, it's just explaining how the process works. Doing it is a little different, but if you just take it step by step, it will work. It'll work swimmingly for you, 100%. You haven't had much progress with the Arduinos yet? You will. You'll get there. It's all good. Is there a generic code for Arduino so my computer recognizes as a joystick or input device? Okay, so I'll answer that question first. If you're using an Uno or a Pro Micro, and I can't even remember, I think the Uno can do it, but I'm not 100% sure. The little Pro Micros can for sure. That's what I'm using for my yoke and my rudder pedals. There is a script, a generic script in there that will turn it into a Windows joystick, 100%. So absolutely 100%, but you have to use the Pro Micro script to do it. So that should maybe explain that a little better for you. I used FSUIPC to assign some switches on my joystick and throttle, and you got that to work. So, Jared, I'm going to tell you 100%. every one of my flight controls is programmed through FSU IPC. Not a single one is programmed through Microsoft Flight Sim or P3D, because you get more control and better control through FSU IPC than you do through the sim itself. $10 from Replica Gaming. Thank you very much, sir. We lost the first officer side PFD. It's out. Did you build your own plane? Myself? Vectox, I bought or got and acquired a real airplane, and I converted it over to my own simulator, and yes, I did it myself. The only way to do it, guys, is to build it yourself. You can pay somebody to do it for you, but then the problem is, whenever something goes wrong, you don't know how to fix it. And that is the biggest thing with these third-party people that don't give the support they should give. My big shout-out to Jared at Real Sim Gear, because he has a really good customer service that he does, and he's fantastic. And but there are some sim hardware people out there that, let's just say, don't give the support that they should. And when you go spend thousands of dollars on equipment, and then you have something goes wrong or a Windows update fucks something, those people will charge you for that to help you. They won't actually help you fix it. They're going to charge you to fix it, and that is just really wrong on so many levels. So you're always best to try and build the parts yourself, or at least install them yourself. So if you go buy a Real Sim Gear G1000, then you be the guy to install it, set it up, get it communicating, and all of that, because then if something goes wrong with it, you know how to fix it. It's absolutely the best way to do it. Don't ever think that you can go out and buy a turnkey simulator and it's never going to have problems. Every flight simulator that's out there has its quirks. You guys have seen on multiples of my streams where there have been quirks all the time where something will go for a shit, and it's like, oh, why is that? Most of the time it's because I've fucked with the software. But I try not to screw with things too much, because when I want the sim to work, I want it to work. The audio devices get mixed up sometimes. That definitely happens. Just little things. It's just little things. But as you guys can see, I screwed up the outside view. So we'll go ahead and we're going to take 2 seconds. We're going to fix that. I sounded like a USB just dis-fucking connected again. That wouldn't be good if that was the case. It was very quiet, so maybe it wasn't, but I'm thinking it was a possibility it was. Hopefully something didn't just die, because that would really be a pain in the ass. I have had a couple of little USB issues recently, and when that happens, it sucks. There we go. Reset that back to the way it should be. And we should be okay with that. Let's see how that pans out. Yeah, my PFD and MFDs are all... actually, my engine instruments are not. I had a buddy of mine help me write that. But the actual ND and the PFD, that's all Project Magenta. The operation of the autopilot and the flight management computer are also Project Magenta. And that's just because it doesn't have to run on the main flight sim computer. It runs on its own machine, and I don't have to fuck around with it. So in a perfect world, my PFD, the blue and the orange would look, I wouldn't even want the synthetic vision, but it should completely stretch right across the entire top of the screen where there's just the little square block. So that's the only thing that's wrong with it. But there is a GA version, but it doesn't have the FMC and everything to go with it. So you kind of gotta... I generally try to model the ProLine 21 as best I can, but obviously there's some limitations. There are some limitations. Sorry, you guys are stuck on the outside view, and I got her fixed now. And then Disavowed reminds me in the chat. I did it to see if you were paying attention, Disavowed.
I didn't want to interrupt you.
You're not interrupting me. I'm very good, Trinity High. How are you? We were just discussing Arduino scripts. I'm not sure how you made out with those airplane scripts that I sent you, but I'm hoping that those airplane ones are helping you out a little bit. I don't know if your airplane flies any better. Like I said, most of my tweaking's been done in FSUIPC for getting my flight controls to behave properly. But definitely the thing's going to go a lot faster for you. And I obviously didn't send you the camera view because the camera view would be pointless for you. Guys, we're cruising along on our way into Frankfurt. Thank you very much for hanging out with us, November 38 Alpha Kilo. We are cockpitbuilders.com. Progress page shows we got 3,793 miles to go, which scares me a little because I could be fucking going somewhere I shouldn't be. I should turn my TCAS on so I can make sure that Drone's with me. He is perfect. Oh, we got somebody else with us as well. Thanks for all. Too late in Spain. Gotta go to sleep. Have a nice flight. You know what, sir? It was really nice to meet you, and I hope we're going to get to see you again. We'll stream again on Saturday. Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 2300 hours Zulu. Sorry, 2400 or 0 Zulu. So if we can, you can stay up later on a Saturday maybe, but hopefully we'll run into you again. Thank you very much. Make sure you follow, and if you want to catch the rest of this VOD, you can also watch it on YouTube at youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. Guys, get over there and subscribe, because one day we may end up live streaming on YouTube, and then you'll get notified of those. So make sure you do that for sure. So guys, you can get us on the Discord, you can get us on youtube.com/cockpitbuilders, and you can find us right here at Twitch, or you can find me and talk to me over at cockpitbuilders.com. Thanks, Chief. Take care, my friend. Takeoff time is about 1 to 1.5 seconds faster. You're quite happy with it? It should be faster than that, Trinity. Are you putting your condition levers to high idle? Put them to high idle. You'll get even better than that, and it'll climb like a banshee. I'm hoping it'll work out for you. I really, really am. I'm wondering if it's telling me 3,000 miles because there's a vector in here. It's telling me that something's messed up. 335 to Dixit. And after that, it's 10 miles to Lipney, 24 to Call. 23 nautical miles to Rolas, 33 to... Well, okay, but this makes perfect sense. Oh, but that's no good. That says... Oh, okay, here we go. This is what the problem is. So let's... That's gonna fix it up. 430, thanks Master Chief. 432 to be exact. I just corrected it. I realized my error in my ways. I made a little one of those bobos in the route. Replica Gaming, thank you again for the $10 donation, sir. I really appreciate your support for the channel. And just to let you know, thank you. That is absolutely fantastic. All right, everything else is good. Engines are in the green. The fuel flows are good. ITT is good. Torque is good. Actually, if anything, the torque's a little low. We can bring that back up a little bit more. We've got a 14 knot headwind, 315 over the ground by the looks of things. Oh yeah, Trinity, I got 3 projectors up and going now. Did that over the holidays. All 3 projectors are up. Screens come all the way to the back now. VATSIM still doesn't support that well, but it supports the resolution, so that's not too bad. Yeah, it makes a big difference for sure. Excellent. Everything's beautiful. Beautiful day for flying. We're on our way to Frankfurt, Germany. It's going to be a nice flight. 422 miles to go, about an hour and 10 minutes, something like that. What's the ETE? Shows 1 hour 13 minutes. Guys, I really appreciate you all coming and hanging out with us on a Wednesday. Love the company, and it makes for a really nice flight. Will you put a giant ventilator outside of the cockpit to have the airspeed simulated? I could, but no. Actually, what I'm thinking about is I got to change the avionics noises. I need to get some more of the avionics, the actual avionics noises, the TCAS tests. I have to get the radio checks, and I'd really like to be able to simulate the power-ups of the MFDs, which that will take some time, but I'm going to do some work with that stuff and see if I can get that better. I'm also trying to get the audio in here. In a real airplane, the audio always sounds really cool. It sounds different. Now, obviously, I could use an aviation mic. I tried that when I first started streaming, and everybody complained and said, your microphone sounds like ass. So we got rid of that. But I'm trying to see if I can make the ambient noises a lot more realistic. Reading Rich, I could damn near sit here and do it, but it would probably make me sick. Kruger, yeah, I do not, I assure you, but it would be pretty cool. It would be fucking life-size, that's for sure. Heading out for a bit. We'll be back to watch the descent, approach, and landing. Thanks, Trinity High, appreciate that, man. We'll see you soon. Guys, you can follow us over at YouTube, youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. You can find us on Instagram now, CB_cockpitbuilders. You can find us at cockpitbuilders.com, Twitter at cockpitbuilders, and for shits and giggles right here at Twitch at cockpitbuilders, or you can go to cockpitbuilders.com. So you can kind of fucking do just about whatever you want. Pretty much anywhere but Facebook you can find us, although there is a Facebook group, but I don't look after that anymore. It's never been updated, so it's not even worth it. Thank you very much, Devin Lethbridge and Chief19861 on the Twitter follows. Awesome. Thanks, guys. It's pretty cool. So we definitely do all kinds of wonderful things. Actually, we had Cockpit Builders at Instagram, just at Cockpit Builders for Instagram, and within 3 days Instagram banned me. They said for violating their terms of service. I'm like, what the fuck? So I tried to contact them, but of course there's no way to contact them, none at all. No way. The only way you'd get to contact them is probably through a lawyer. So I created CB_Cockpit Builders, and showed them proof that they banned me on that account, and they've left me alone. So it's a pain in the ass. But anyway, if anybody knows anybody at Instagram, get me the fucking Cockpit Builders login again and stop saying I violated their terms of service, which they're saying my terms of service for violating them is that I was trying to impersonate somebody that I'm not. Well, they were wrong. No, not at all, Roundabout, because I'm CB_Cockpit Builders now. No difference. It's just Instagram and Facebook being Instagram. They want to control the fucking world. Yeah, they do stupid shit, and the worst part is this is their fuck up, and they don't even give me the opportunity to fix it. So whatever. So at Instagram, it's CB_Cockpit Builders, and they may have me confused with Bob the Builder, given a fly. Fuck, you never know, dude. They probably got shit confused all the time. It really wouldn't surprise me. But after the stream, guys, tomorrow morning, probably tomorrow afternoon, actually, I will post this VOD to YouTube. If it's on a weekend, I do it the next morning, but when I'm at work, it's kind of hard because NetNanny prevents Twitch. So what I'll do is I'll try and start the export after the stream tonight, and tomorrow I will post it on YouTube and update it up. Given a fly? You think I should really do that? I could do that. You know, Reading Rich, Facebook, I learned very quick when Facebook came out that it really ended up being nothing but a way for people to spy on you and for ex-girlfriends to get a hold of you, and that makes people's wives a little angry, and I kind of don't blame them. So I gave up my Facebook account, I don't know, 15 years ago, and I've never touched it since. Actually, it would have been about 10 or 12 years ago. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't care, because really, what is Facebook used for? The only thing I ever used it for was trolling other people. So for me, I just say, fuck it. I don't need Facebook anyway. I'm happy. I've got the Cockpit Builders website. We've got Cockpit Builders YouTube channel. We've got Cockpit Builders, or CB_Cockpit Builders at Instagram, and we got Cockpit Builders at Twitter. So really, I don't think we need anything else. And Discord.io/Cockpit Builders for Discord. So we're all set up. You guys have more than enough ways to get a hold of me. There's probably a million other ways you guys can get a hold of me as well. But anyway, you get lots of options if you need anything. There's always ways to get a hold of me. Yeah, well, that's the best part, Roundabout. That is absolutely the best part. That Instagram thought that I was trying to do that, but they refused it and they banned me. I was like, fuck no, it's me. But it's all good. You know what? You can go and sign up for Cockpit Builders, anything. Just remember, it's a registered trademark, so you'll probably be just fucking yourself. No, I never got that far. Roundabout, I never got that far. 3 days. I signed up for the account. 3 days later, I went to log in, and it says, you've been banned for violating our terms of service. So I was like, and it says, if you think we're incorrect, report it here. So I clicked the here button, and it says, I'm sorry that Cockpit Builders is not a valid username. And then you read the terms of service, and the only thing I can figure out is they thought I was trying to impersonate Cockpit Builders, but I really was Cockpit Builders. Then there was a spot to send proof that you own it. but you have to put the username, and the username they just deleted. They didn't just deactivate it, they deleted the fucking thing. So I couldn't even get that back. So then I created CB_Cockpit Builders, and everything's been fine ever since. And I did sign up for verification, but the son of a bitch has never responded. For all I know, there is a check mark on it now. I have no idea. There's no special characters in the name. Well, they let me put the... Well, I guess now... there's a hyphen or an underscore. They let me put it in anyway.
I'm looking right now. There are so many people that are listed as Cockpit this, Cockpit that.
Oh, I know. I know. You followed me, Disavowed. So I just can't remember what it was called. It was CB_Cockpit Builders. You followed me the first time and it got banned. Yeah, well, it's... So originally, the original Instagram account was just Cockpit Builders. That's it, full stop. And it was perfect. I had it in there, we were set up, I posted a picture of the airplane, everything was good, and I went away for 3 days, and when I came back to it, I was banned for violating their terms of service. I have no idea why. Anyway, it's all good now. It is what it is. Can't do fuck all about it, and I sure as hell am not going to lose sleep over it. I just thought it'd be really cool to do Instagram updates of when I'm working on the cockpit and not streaming or shit like that. But the other side of the coin is I don't do selfie pictures because I don't do duck face. I don't do duck face, and I'm not a chick. So kind of doing selfies is kind of a chick thing. So I really don't know, but little videos and little clips of things here and there would be pretty awesome. It would be extremely weird if well, I am a dude, roundabout. I'm not if you're a guy, it's because you're a guy, it would be weird. But chicks can do duck face and do all kinds of fucking shit that they want and they get away with it. I know you didn't mean it like that. I know you didn't. It's all good. Ha! Given to fly, you send $50, I'll give you duck face, dude. Trust me. And you get a failure in return. We're not proud, man. We'll do whatever we gotta do to get money. I'm just fucking with you. But I'll still give you duck face for $50 if that's what you want. You're thinking about it? Given to fly? No, you don't need to do that. Next paycheck. You're the best, man. It's all good. You know what? Like I said, we don't whore ourselves out for money. If you guys want to create some of those failures, they're great. That's great. It's up to you. There are obviously some failures that I have added. The only shit thing is right now is I think I'm over fucking water. I'm pretty sure I'm over water right now, but not 100% sure. Beetlejuice will dress up in his flight suit if you use your channel points. You should do something like that. You know, the channel points are interesting because I've actually been trying to figure out a way to include the channel points somehow. And yeah, we're over wide open fucking water right now. So we definitely want to be careful with a dual engine flame out or anything, or we'll be swimming. But thanks, Saminus. I just checked on Navigraph and totally over water. So I'm trying to figure out something to do with the channel points that's original, something that nobody else has done. So definitely something I'm working on. I just haven't figured it out. Yeah, something like that. Or maybe, you know, a really good one roundabout would be you spend your channel points and Trevor has to zip his yap for 5 minutes or something like that. Do you know how hard that would be for me? Oh fuck, reverse the controls? No way, man, that would be hell. You'd pay for that? You're 110 to landfall? Thanks, Master Chief. Yeah, you guys are about 6 miles or so in front of me. Not quite, sorry, 4 miles in front of me. 5 minutes of silence for sure? That's funny. Yeah, so, I mean, I've thought of that, but I'm sure people do that. Or I thought, you know, maybe I have to put on some ridiculous, you know, like Red Baron hat and glasses or something. So you could save the points. Yeah, you can totally just mute me roundabout. Absolutely you can.
Paint your hair pink.
I'm not fucking coloring my hair pink. And I don't care if... The only time I would even consider that would be for charity, and I would have to make damn sure that there was nowhere I was stepping anywhere near the mine site with pink hair, or I would be crucified.
Well, do Kool-Aid.
Yeah, something like Kool-Aid. Reading Rich, you don't want to be doing your hair like Mitch did. Imagine the mess in closed space. So that's what he's actually referring to, Reading Rich. That's exactly what he's referring to, is when Mitch fucking did his hair. I mean, I get it, and his was more orange, I think, than it was pink, but I don't know. I just couldn't imagine stepping on the mine site with a bunch of manly men, like 600 dudes, looking at me with pink fucking hair. Well, what I'm thinking I gotta do is try and convince my wife to come and sit here for a flight and have her do all the radio work. That would be pretty cool. I would actually like to see that. I would pay to see that. Is to have her sit here and do all the radio work for an ATC flight. I think that would be pretty awesome. What's that, Disavowed?
Good luck with that.
Yeah, it probably won't happen. My woman is a saint. Actually, to be honest with you, I've never been happier in my life. She lets me do my thing. She knows where I am and very rarely asks me for anything. But when she does, I make sure I try and make it happen as best I can, because I struck gold when I met her. She is awesome. And she's my rock, man. Like, anytime something stresses me out, she helps me out. And I would like everybody to welcome Mr. Sir Matt. How are you, sir? Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. Hopefully you had a happy holiday and everything went well. Hopefully it was happy. I'm doing well, actually. I'm doing well. We're having a really good flight. We're flying into Frankfurt, out of Sola. And then Saturday, we'll make our way further south as we prepare to get back to the U.S. via a boat. We'll jam that. Saturday morning, though, guys, I'd have to double check if it's Saturday or Sunday morning, 10 a.m. Eastern. We have an ATC POSCON flight to do, which is going to be really cool, and I'll be streaming that Saturday morning. Disavowed likely won't be here. He won't even be awake yet. How can you bing dong with cold coffee? Actually, Kev Simcorner, I'm going to be honest with you. There was absolutely nobody here to remind me to turn on the coffee pot, so we didn't turn it on until we were, you know, in the climb. Jared, I will send you an email address. Hang on one sec. I don't even know if I can do it through here. Let's see if this will work. User actions. Oh shit. Wrong button. I almost timed you out. That would have been bad. Hang on. There we go. There we go. There we go. Depends how big it is. But you can try sending it to this address, or you can use a file service like WeTransfer. And if you use the file service like WeTransfer, then that's the email that you can actually send the WeTransfer large file through to. I really appreciate that, Jared. That is absolutely incredible of you, and I can't thank you enough, and I'm super shocked that you even had it with you. Reading Rich, I can imagine I work in a car plant. You can't even wear a red t-shirt without someone making a stupid comment. Really? That sucks. DXGI Air MP3D version 5 and I have an AMD 780. How is it possible? How is it off? Because DXGI is DirectX error, is it not? If I'm pretty sure that's a DirectX error, what I would do is roll back to the previous DirectX if you can. I don't even know if you can. And that would suck. Guys, make sure you follow and make sure you head over to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. We upload all the videos there, and you never know, one day we're going to be streaming live over there, and you want to make sure you get the notifications. So make sure you get over there. It's like 12 pages. I'll send it to your email first. Yeah, try it, and I'll let you know if it comes. Fireboss, I got about 40,000, 45,000 US into this, but it's taken me 20 years to accrue all the parts because I've had 4 different simulators. So a lot of my parts I'll move from sim to sim. So this is probably got about 40 to 45 grand in it, maybe a little more now that I've added the projectors and everything. I'm running 3 projectors, the wraparound screen. So maybe getting closer to, you know, 45 to 48,000, something like that, US. There is the handsome Canadian. So Digital Engineer, everybody check this shit out. So Digital Engineer, hold on, don't get your wallet out. This is a good thing, and it's a nice thing. I would like everybody to leave my stream, go to YouTube, and look up Flight Sim's Best of last week. And there's Digital Engineer trying to fly his airplane with some form of an aileron failure as he corkscrews it and piles it into the ground with lots of laughing, and then all of a sudden nothing but straight face. It is absolutely funny as shit. Digital Engineer made last week's Flight Sim Best. Well done, Digital Engineer. Well done, my friend. Congratulations. Absolutely incredible. Darth Moots, oh God, I'm over here excited that my Bravo throttle arrived today. Looking at your sim setup, it's mind-blowing. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate the nice comments. I mean, the sim is okay. It's we've got a failure of a captain side PFD right now, thanks to Replica Gaming. But other than that, it's all right. It's coming together. But we're doing our best to make it better and better all the time. And we appreciate the comments. Welcome, and thank you for being here. Oh shit, Digital Engineer, we're over water. $75, Digital Engineer. We got a right engine fire indication. Right engine fire. We're going to grab the right engine, confirm we've got the right engine. We're going to pull that to idle. We're going to go ahead and confirm that we have our hand on the right engine condition lever. Confirmed right engine condition lever, and we're going to pull that. We've now pulled the left engine, or the right engine, I apologize. We're going to have to take this off now, and we're going to have to maintain the throttle, bring the speed up a little bit with the left engine. Digital Engineer, just as a reminder, again, we are over water and we will die. do not do the other one, or that's it, because I've been in the air for an hour and I ain't restarting. So thank you very much for the support for the channel, Digital Engineer. You are my hero, and I would like to publicly announce on Twitch that you are by far my favorite 727 simulator flying person, streamer. And by far, out of all of my friends, you are my favorite that flies the 727. 100%. 100%. Roundabout, just zip it. Just zip it. Boeing Sky Pilot, I knew I smell oil. Yeah, there's lots of oil around here. You have no idea. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by, James. Yeah, I know it might be me. We will not die, Digital Engineer. We will not die. Not today. We do not need to die. I purposely need to make it to Germany, to Frankfurt. This was a user request flight, and I will continue on one engine, no problems. Now, if you wanted to do the lower tier and have me restart it, that I would consider, but just letting you know, try and be nice and think of all the wonderful people on this airplane that are going to die if you kill that other engine. I'm just fucking with you, Digital Engineer. You can do whatever the hell you want, but I'm just telling you that should you decide to do that, then their lives will be in your hands, because we will swim, and this part of the ocean will be fucking cold. What are you talking about? I'm like the many people who fly the 727. No, people need their magenta line. You know what? You don't, Digital Engineer. You are by far the best GA 727 pilot I have ever seen. Absolutely the best 727 streamer by far. Bar none. Nobody flies that 7.2 like you do. Thanks, Jared. I'll check it out in a second. Make sure that I got it. Appreciate that. I am on VATSIM, Saminus. I've connected 3 times. I'm still connected, but apparently it won't show me that I'm on VATSIM. I mean, it took me 10.5 hours to get from LaGuardia to Philly because of people failing my 7.2. Yes, I agree 100%. Roundabout, it's 75 to actually kill the engine. 50 or up does a failure, but it can be restarted. And then everything below 50 is just, you know, other critical or not so critical, depending on the way you look at it. It's VATSIM, Victor Alpha, Sierra Tango Alpha, or India Mike. Yeah, Sierra India Mike. $30, Boeing Sky Pilot. Up comes the hydraulic fluid low. We've got the hydraulic leak, and that means no landing gear. We're going to have to put the gear down manually. Thank you very much, Boeing Sky Pilot. Appreciate the $30 donation. Thank you, sir. You don't see me. I'll try and disconnect and reconnect again, Saminus, but for some reason, VATSIM did that to me the other day, and I don't know why it's doing that. But if you need to fly a C-130, then you ought to land with no issues. If Digital Engineer kill, yeah, if I had 4 engines, Saminus, then that would be so much better. You guys just heard text message through VATSIM network just came up. You knew that was oil of some sort? Thanks, Sky Pilot. Yeah, hydraulic fluid light, man. And there's your proof right there, Saminus. You heard the click. We just got the text message somebody typed in the chat. I'm connected to VATSIM, but it's just not showing me anywhere. Now, I am squawking 1200. Maybe you'd see me if I wasn't. Let's see if I change my transponder, if that'll squawk me differently. You knew that was oil of some sort? $35, Digital Engineer just failed the instrument panel lights. Wow, what a nice guy you are. Thank you very much, Digital Engineer. They're supposed to flash, actually. I'm surprised they're not flashing. They're supposed to give me this absolutely irritating flash, but they did it when I tested it, but they're not doing it now. I'm not sure why. But absolutely wonderful. Thank you, Digital Engineer. We are having trouble seeing the main instrument panel now. We have no lights on the instrument panel now. Thank you, Digital Engineer, for your $35 donation. Thank you for your support for the channel, and appreciate you guys all coming. You and Boeing Sky Pilot, and of course Replica Gaming, and you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. Sim Caesar subscribing to tier 1. That's 15 months. You believe in me, Trev? Thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. And $35 from Digital Engineer. We just lost that left engine. That left engine is out. So we're going to go ahead and switch that around and put it back in the start mode. So we've lost the engine. The engine is completely out. We're going to bring that engine to cut off. We're going to feather that engine and bring that one back up. I believe in you too, Caesar. Thank you very much for being here. Appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and try and restart the left engine. All right, we've got ignition start and 1 rotation. ITT's rising. Oil pressure's coming back up. Oil pressure is good. Oil temperature's good. And in goes the fuel. We got a successful restart on engine 1 through 24% N1. Airspeed is dying off. We're trying to hold our altitude desperately with the autopilot through 40% N1. ITT's climbing and it's looking good. Engine and fuel flow is good. 50% starter cutout. We're going to turn the generator off and we're going to put the generator back on. The right generator has come off and we're back in business, but still, we've got no instrument lights. The instrument panel lights are out thanks to Digital Engineer, and we're going to bring that engine back up and see if we can get our speed back here. The autopilot can recover through 149 knots. We were damn near at stall speed. Thank you very much, guys. You guys are all amazing. Tier 3 catastrophic event brought to you by Digital Engineer. Boeing Sky Pilot showing his wonderful icons, and Sim Caesar's icon, of course. I'm done. I did an engine fire and 2 catastrophic. Digital Engineer, I love you, man. You're the best. Guys, if you want to check out Digital Engineer's stream, please do so. And you too can ensure that he gets to his destination in one piece, right, Digital Engineer? That's exactly what you want. Plugging that you got to get to the destination. That's the idea. Flight Sim Andy, shit, I haven't seen you in a fortnight. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for coming by. Good evening to you. Hopefully you and your family are doing well after the holidays. And Big Brian, geez, where have you been? Nasty Newbie, good to see you again. Thanks for coming out, guys. You guys all rock. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Wednesday night. Trying to make it to Frankfurt. It's not going well right now. We got 1 engine out. The instrument panel lights are out. The NDs failed on the first officer side, and that also means in the middle. And we've got a hydraulic fluid issue with the gear. So we're trying to make it to where we're going to be, but at this point, we're not doing so well. But I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Anyways, most of the times I just crash 7-2 into small towns with Sally and her family. Well, tell Sally that her and her family should fly on another airline would be more preferential, I believe. We're just going to make sure that prop comes back down a little bit. 1600 on that prop. And the torque's coming back because we were over torquing it seriously, which is not good. Obviously, the right engine is dead, so we need to input the left rudder pedal to compensate for that right dead engine. $10 from Flight Sim Andy. Thank you very much for the donation, sir. I am not sure what we lost I am not 100% sure what is gone. Disavowed will check and make sure that the failure did come up. Major event tier 2, usually I get an indication for it unless I'm not seeing it. We are sitting in the dark though, by the way. We are sitting in the dark. It's all, oh, Sim Andy, you're saying sorry, mate. Don't say sorry, buddy. Don't say sorry. It's all good. It's all for fun. You have to sim hypoxia? The fuck is sim hypoxia? I don't think I have an oxygen failure, so I find it very difficult to believe that there's a cabin pressurization or an oxygen issue in there. I would find that very difficult to believe. Alright guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. November 38 Alpha Kilo. Cockpitbuilders.com. Don't forget to go over to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. Give us a subscribe, hit the little bell. We upload all our VODs. We're soon going to be creating new content for YouTube directly, as well as one day, you never know, we may end up streaming on YouTube. So do me a favor, get over to YouTube, youtube.com/cockpitbuilders will get you there. All the VODs go there, and actually there's less commercials to watch when you're watching the VODs than there is with Twitch. On the other hand, if you want to get us in the Discord, discord.io/cockpitbuilders will get you here. If you want to get us on Instagram, it's CB_cockpitbuilders. If you want to get us on Twitter, it's @cockpitbuilders. And if you want to get us anywhere else, you can head over to cockpitbuilders.com, and I'm always there as well. Good to see you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. As always, happy Hump Day Wednesday. Hopefully everybody's doing well. If you have any questions, gem in the chat. We're always happy to answer your questions. We do this for the fun. Shit, $30, Boeing Sky Pilot. Thank you very much for the donation. As long as that engine's still running, I am a happy, happy, happy man. Thank you very much, Mr. Boeing Sky Pilot, for your support for the channel. As always, you are a gentleman and a scholar. I wonder what we got going on next. I wonder what's next. I don't see any lights, which is kind of scary to me. Boeing Sky Pilot coming in again. Thank you, James. Appreciate that, dude. You're awesome. I see you're making out well with 2020 in your stream the other night. I actually watched a little bit of your stream last night, and I noticed, wow, you're getting bad for the amount of time it takes you to get off the ground. I had to go to bed. But you do state it, you know, you're never late because we're always off the ground late. I appreciate that. But no, it's looking good. Your 2020 is looking really, really well. Good for you, man. Yes, I'm still up in the air. Absolutely, 100%. Guys, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. We're here to help you. If you want to build a cockpit or you want some information, you let us know. We will do our best to assist you with that. And if not, we can point you at least right in the right direction and make sure you're going in the right direction. You guys are all absolutely incredible, and I absolutely love having you guys come by and hang out with us on a Wednesday night. The next stream will be Saturday, but check this out. You guys are going to get 2 streams on Saturday, so pay attention. We've got a PosCon live ATC event, which I meant to check, but I can't right now because I didn't bring the mouse with me. We got a PosCon live ATC event on Saturday morning at 10 a.m. Now, it could be Sunday morning at 10 a.m., so I could be speaking out of turn. So either Saturday or Sunday, you're going to get 2 streams. One in the morning and then one at a regular time. So if you're more than interested, make sure you come back here and check us out. Well, no, it's not my choice, Boeing Sky Pilot. It's not my choice. It's what is posted. I just can't remember what's posted. Disavowed could probably jump over and ask the other guys to check, and they could check for me. But I just can't remember if it's Saturday or Sunday. Digital engineer, if he's in here, he'd still be able to tell me as well, but I think he bailed on us. But yeah, we're doing a full ATC POSCON event Saturday morning at 10 or Sunday morning at 10 Eastern, which is 11, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m. Zulu. We're going to do that. It's January 9th. Thanks, Master Chief. 7th, 8th, which is Saturday morning, 1500 Zulu. Master Chief Pilot to the rescue. Thanks, buddy. You're the best. So it'll be Saturday morning at 10 a.m. We're going to be doing the live POSCON ATC event here, so we're going to do that one. And then we're also going to stream at the regular time on Saturday night, and then we're going to do our Sunday night stream. So make sure you check us out. If you can't check us out here on Twitch, you can check us out on YouTube. As soon as I'm done the streams, I upload them to youtube.com/cockpitbuilders. Make sure you get in on the action, and join the Discord so you get the notifications for when the streaming is going to happen. Generally, we stick to a Saturday, Sunday, Wednesday schedule. That sometimes can change. We'll add a new one. We always post it in the chat, as well as we post the flight plans, so you guys can fly along with us if you like. Most of the time, we're on either VATSIM or POSCON together, one or the other, or both, like we are tonight. We are on both, although VATSIM's not showing us that we're online, but we are. And we'll do that again. That should be a lot of fun. So live ATC event, January 9th, 1500 Zulu. We'll be right here, but we're going to temporarily move the airplane back to North America so we can do our final flight in Europe before we head back to North America. We're going to end up doing that, or maybe we'll just say, screw it, head back in. But I think we're going to do a couple more flights in Europe before we head back west. But we will, Saturday morning's flight will be back in Atlanta or New York, JFK, or Boston for the POSCON ATC event. Baltimore Harbor, there we go. Thanks, Master Chief. It could be. That might be a great idea for it. If that coincides, Master Chief, with the event, that might be the way to do it. It depends how I feel, but that actually would work well. If we just send the airplane to Baltimore Harbor, it'd be perfect for Saturday morning. I modified it myself, Sky Pilot. I've done a shit ton of edits to this KingAir. I've done a shit ton of edits to it. This KingAir flies like way better now. It's flying so smooth. It's behaving incredibly. I just absolutely love it. So you guys all know that I only move my airplane once, and I always realistically, unless for some reason something happens, I always fly out of the destination, and the departure airport is the next destination, or the next departure is the previous destination. But going back across the ocean, I can't. This time of year with 100 knot headwinds, I would fucking die. So I always reposition the airplane after we're done our European trip. I do it every year. After the European trip, we jam the airplane back into North America. So it's going to happen. I'm thinking Baltimore Harbor might be where it ends up on Saturday morning. He does have the KingAir 350 is in Microsoft Flight Sim is extremely underpowered. Mine isn't. Mine behaves a lot more realistically. I've been constantly tweaking it and constantly working on it to get it to where I need it to be, and the flight controls are doing so much better. Well, he can't, Sky Pilot, he can't fly in 2020 yet until he does all his Lewis scripts and he's got to convert from those teensies over, and I don't even know if a teensy will work. It would probably work, but he's got a lot of work to do to be able to get that thing flying in 2020, but he'll never switch to a KingAir. The only reason he'd switch to a KingAir is because there isn't a 1900 available yet. Oh yeah, I know he won't. There's a reason for that. He's holding out. But all I can say is, right now, I've still got P3D V5 installed because I'm not sold on 2020 yet. There's still some very strong limitations for me, which I don't need to get into on the stream, but there is a shit ton that I can do with it, but I'm having a few very major limitations for myself, and unless those get better, but my alternative is I can program my way around them. So if I can program my way around those limitations, I'll be a lot better. But the number one thing that's pissing me off right now is that there's no active sky. And I understand why. It's not active sky's fault. But I can't get my weather radar back until active sky does something with the weather picture in 2020. Boeing Sky Pilot, I couldn't program my way out of a fucking Rubik's Cube, but what I can say is I'm determined, and when I find examples and I find things and I figure shit out, and it literally, I am like beating my head into the ground until I fucking figure it out. Because for me, I can't rely on other people anymore. I just can't do it, and I won't do it. Third parties are done for me. And if FSUIPC didn't exist anymore, I would force myself to write my own interface to SimConnect. I'd have to do it because I'm sick of relying on third parties. I want to do everything on my own. That's why I'm super happy with the decision to go full Arduino for everything, because now I don't worry about it. I'm not being held ransom by some third-party developer. Exactly. So that's what you do. I mean, me, SkyPilot, when I did my engine gauges and stuff for Flight Sim, I used Visual Basic. Way easy for me. It's similar to C. I used Visual Basic for that, and that got me where I needed it to be. The C Sharp, I mean, that's very similar to Arduino code, actually. It's very similar. Anyways, guys, let's get back in the cockpit. Thank you very much for being here November 30 at Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. Good to see us. Hopefully everybody's enjoying their Wednesday, and you guys are going to hang out with us. We're making our way across this beautiful planet out of Sola, and we're going to Frankfurt, West Germany. It should be kind of fun. Yeah, for my gauges, my engine instruments were written in Visual Basic. Sorry the cockpit is so dark, folks. You can thank Digital Engineer for that. He failed the instrument panel lights. Damn that Digital Engineer. He's awesome. But he failed the instrument panel lights, which is why the instrument panel is so dark. Eric, you're 100% right. Open source cockpits is what you need. The problem is every cockpit is slightly different. What's really, really cool is I just about got that prop to feather. Not quite. So I've got some more modifications to make yet. Prop RPM is down at 404 with the engine, but I need to get the engine to stop. So I have to be able to find a way to feather that more. If I bring the feather up, she definitely increases. So I've got to screw with the beta to get it to be a little better. The beta isn't quite right yet. The worst part is it's charging the N1. That's why it's important to keep the fuel at cutoff, because if you don't put kill the fuel cutoff, you're screwed. Failures show up on the bottom of the screen, Boeing Sky Pilot. The last thing that failed before yours was the instrument panel lights. The instrument panel lights, so if there's anything written after the instrument panel lights, it's what you did.
Your instrument panel light came up with something as a fault, something different.
It came up as a different name? Is that what you said?
Yep, same as last time when that happened.
Shit, I thought I went in and looked at that, and it looks right to me. I gotta figure that out. Did he get his failure, though?
If his was the... well,
Yes.
Then you're in hydraulics.
Yes.
And then, yes, and then there's a fail right after.
And there is a fail after that. So that was what Boeing Sky Pilot's last one did. Okay, I wanted to make sure that he got one successfully. Yeah, the instrument panel lights are dark. Let's hope we don't lose the cabin lights as well, because that'll really suck. Because then it'll get so dark in here, you guys won't be able to see nothing. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Happy Wednesday, Hump Day Wednesday, folks. We're on our way into Frankfurt. We've got Drone and Master Chief Pilot joining us. Progress page shows 160 miles to go. We're getting close to the top of descent here. I'm sure 87 miles. We're probably going to be close to that, I would think. Let's get the zoom in on this, and we'll give you guys the PFD for a few minutes so you can see what's going on here. There's Drone and Master Chief Pilot off our left wing. I can't quite see them, but I'm not sure why. You guys still hanging out here? Radio check. KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Yep, I'm still here.
$20, Boeing Sky
We'll be
Pilot.
going in on 7 right, though.
I don't know. I haven't seen the METAR yet. Thanks very much, Boeing Sky
Last time I
Pilot.
looked, it was like 250 at 9 knots.
Ooh, yeah, definitely not going in on 7 right. I'll have to get a METAR there, and we'll have to check it out. Thanks, man. Boeing Sky Pilot with another $20. Thank you very much for your donation, sir. I'm not sure what you got that time. Not sure.
Not sure. On VATSIM for ACC, but Langen Raider is online, and Frankfurt ATIS is landing 25 center.
Okay, perfect. That's great. Master Chief, can you hear me okay on VATSIM?
I'm on 122.8, but I'm on both as well.
Okay, you're on both as well. Yeah, so I'm on 122.8. I was on both. I wanted to make sure Drone could see me, but I wasn't sure if you were actually hearing me because VATSIM doesn't show me for some reason.
About 40 miles back, I had you in sight, and then I had two of you in sight, and it was kind of strange, so I just got a contact.
Yeah, so did I. What was the frequency if you get it?
12772.
Thank you very much. All right, Drone, I'm switching over to 12772.
To Innsbruck via Aniki, 9 Foxtrot departure.
Oh, we got that real German.
5,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Roger, clear to Innsbruck, Aniki 9 Foxtrot departure. Startup approved, climb via SIT, squawk 1,000, Turkish 114.
Turkish 114 via SIT, 5,000 feet.
FM via SIT 5,000, Turkish 114.
Turkish 114, lead back up.
Good afternoon, Frankfurt. KingAir November 30 Alpha Kilo level at 230. We're 42 out of Dixit. Maybe, Master Chief, it's possible. Did you just hear me transmit?
Yeah, I don't think you're inside of my airspace.
All right, sorry about that. I think I heard the VATSIM contact through text message, so I assumed it was you. Thanks very much, King 8 Alpha Kilo. Sorry about that. It's probably that for sure, Master Chief Pilot. I don't know why he told you to contact him. I got the same message. I calls him, and he says, you're not in my airspace. Okay. Suit yourself. Because I did pre-file it. Hey, Auspicious, sorry, I just saw your message there now. But, absolutely, I think
So
that is what it is.
Think? Center, left, or right? 25.
I can't respond on VATSIM because I'm on that frequency, but I'll tell you that if the winds are 240, it's going to be runway 25.
Yeah, center, left, or right?
Let me look at the chart. For details, C9E. Let me see 9E. Reference 9E. C9E. 9 Echo, 9 Echo, 9 Alpha, Bravo. Charlie, Delta 9.
Lincoln Raider, good morning. Sector 117, flight level 250.
Software 117, Langen identified, cleared roll is 1 Alpha arrival, direct Delta Foxtrot 411.
Okay, it'll be the roll is 1 Alpha arrival and set direct to Delta Foxtrot 411 now for Sector 117.
Those, not those parking stands. 9 Echo 1. Yep, looks like 9 Echo 1. We're gonna want drone. We're gonna want 25 left. And looks like all the way down on the left side. I'm gonna try and disconnect and reconnect from VATSIM and see what happens here, guys. Hang on, give me a second.
Turkish 114 request pushback stand Bravo 20.
Turkish 114, push and start approved.
Couldn't start approved, Turkish 114.
Top of descent in 50 miles.
Oh, that's why. Because there is no flight plan for me. So, let's go this way. Let's see if this works. Oh, boys! Look what's happening. Complete freedom, rating with a party of 7. Complete freedom. Thank you very much for the raid. Good to see you. Thanks very much, Complete Freedom. We appreciate the raid 100%. Welcome, 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 guys. I just gotta check out and see what the frig is going on with the VATSIM pre-file. I don't know why it was doing what it was doing, but we're gonna fix it. Welcome, good to see you guys. Let's try this again and try and connect as observer. Why connect as observer? No, I don't want to connect as an observer. Oh, shitballs. There we go.
Software 117, ILS 257.
That's fixed now, boys and girls. That's fixed now. Let's get back in the cockpit.
Roger, the ILS 25 center for Sector 117.
Good afternoon, Frankfurt. KingAir, November 30 at Alpha Kilo. You got me now?
November 38 Alpha Kilo Langen. Yeah, hello, identified. Cleared roll is 1 Alpha arrival.
Roland's 1 Alpha arrival. KingAir, 8 Alpha Kilo. Thank you, sir. We're going to want lower there in about 40 miles, 8 Alpha Kilo. So we're cleared for the arrival, so we can descend at pilot's discretion, usually. Unless the European shit's different. Let's make sure that we look at the legs page. And we're going to look at the chart, guys. Good evening, guys. Thank you very much, Complete Freedom. Thank you very much for the raid, sir. Appreciate that. Welcome to your viewers. I'm sorry, I'm just in the approach phase and things are a little bit of a clusterfuck right now, but we're trying to do better. Good to see you. Happy New Year to you, sir. All right, so Rollis 1 arrival. Here we go. We picked the Rollis is here.
November 38 Alpha Kilo, descent flight level 100, level at Itahu, ILS 25 center.
We'll expect ILS 25 center and 100 at 5 Alpha or Sierra Alpha KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo, thanks.
Flight level 100 at Itahu, Echo, Tango, Alpha, Romeo, Uniform.
We'll be 100 at Tango Alpha Uniform, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
At Itahu, that's the second waypoint on the Rollis arrival.
Tango Alpha Uniform, is that correct? KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
No, it's not correct. It's the Rollis 1 Alpha arrival, and I want you to be at flight level 100, level at Itahu.
All right, we'll check that. We have the 3. Rollis 1 Alpha is what you want us on. We got 3 hotels, what we filed. We'll check that, and we'll get back to you, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Because the chart I filed was not this. So we'll switch over to the chart that he wants us on, and then we'll be all better. 1 Alpha, not 3 hotel. So we'll check that. Yeah, exactly, Gypsy 3-1. That's exactly what it is. All right, looking at the Rollis 1 Alpha. Rollis 1 Alpha is the one we want. Holy shit, he wants Rollis 1 Alpha. Departure, arrival. Rollis 1
Alpha Kilo, go direct, Delta Foxtrot 411, descend flight level 100.
100, we just opened up the chart, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
November 38 Alpha Kilo, direct Delta Foxtrot 411.
Delta Foxtrot 411, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
And Turkish 114 is ready for taxi.
Turkish 114, taxi via November 5, November 4, hold short of Lima.
Roger, taxi November 5, November 4, and we will hold short on Lima, Turkish 114.
Why is it not showing up here? Arrival. Rollis 1 Alpha. I just had it.
I can't find Rollis 1 anywhere either.
It is there. I have it. So he said I could do it this way. I could do it manual. 411, DF 411, legs, DF 411. Execute. We're going direct there now and descend to 10,000. I'll put it in manually. 10,000. Sorry guys, not paying attention to the chat. A little bit of a conundrum here with my charts and my database. Delta Foxtrot 411, then Delta Foxtrot 412, and then
38 Alpha Kilo, report indicated exit.
242 indicated, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
November Alpha Kilo, what is the highest you can give me?
That's it. We're maybe 280 indicated would be the best I could give you.
November 38 Alpha Kilo, roger, give me all you got.
I'll give you all you got. KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo, maximum speed, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. 412, Delta Foxtrot 413.
Sapphire 117, report indicated as.
Doesn't help that I'm one engine short.
40% Sapphire 117.
Sapphire 117, roger.
414.
Southwire 117, turn left heading 115, descend flight level 100.
415.
Left heading 115 and flight level 100, Southwire 117.
416. Guys, sorry, be patient with me. He expect the runway 25 center. Huh, there's the 1 Alpha. 25 center. Legs. Execute. We got her figured out now. And 10,000. Now I gotta check quickly. Oh, cool. How's it going, buddy? I'm in the middle of something here, dude. Sorry. I'm trying to check my altitudes. Rollis 1 Alpha.
On Lima and then Lima 3 to line up 25 center, Turkish 114.
I don't show any altitude shit that he's got on here. He must give the altitudes.
Southwire 117, direct Delta Foxtrot 414.
Delta Fox 414.
I probably should have mentioned you don't choose SIDS and stars. ATC does that for you once you see them online. Expect to be assigned one. Thanks, Master Chief. I appreciate the fucking heads up. I have very bad posture. It's because I'm leaned over shit. And keep in mind, the reason you guys don't have much in the way of lighting is because Digital Engineer failed the lights. Now, what I need to do is go to plan mode. I need to go to legs, and I need to step through this because why are those other waypoints still there? We are direct 411. It's going to go all the way out to 416. It looks right. It's just not deleting the other waypoints. Oh, that's why. That's why. Page 1 of 6. We'll go like this. Go like this. Delete. 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 Delete.
I'm going to Lufthansa 4 Echo Juliet at flight level 380.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Juliet, Langen, Moin, Identify, direct KRAX, ILS to Flight Center.
Direct KRAX, ILS to Flight Center, Lufthansa 4 Echo Juliet.
CDUs are confusing. There we go. We got her fixed now back in LNAV.
Line up 25 center, Turkish 114.
That's looking a lot better.
Turkish 114, wind 260 degrees 3 knots, runway 25 check left for takeoff.
That's looking a lot better now. All right, guys, we're back in business now. I know where the hell I am, which is a good thing. And And Center, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo, apologize for the confusion there. We managed to get everything sorted out. Just so you know, we've got the chart, we're good to go. KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
No, it's all right now. Never mind.
We're new to the European thing.
Lufthansa Volker Julia, direct Delta Foxtrot 521, after 521, direct Redco.
Let's increase our descent. That'll give us more speed and we'll be able to pull ahead. All right, recognition lights are going on. Auto feather, auto ignition. I do not have a current altimeter. He's going to give it to us. Thank you very much for the follow, guys. Appreciate it. I'm sorry I was busy with air traffic control and everything else. Just want to let you know I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. You guys are all awesome. I'm sorry that the instrument panel lighting is out and we've lost some displays. Those are all failures caused by the wonderful users that support this channel.
Lufthansa 1557, line up.
Echo 1014, thanks Master Chief, appreciate the help. He didn't give me the transition altitude though, don't they give it to us?
Passing 1,300 feet now.
Oh, thanks, disavowed. 260 at 5 knots is what we got for the winds. All right, I gotta bring that. We can't be descending that fast or we're going to be in big trouble. Grumpy Pirate! There's my favorite pirate in the whole Twitch universe. How's it going, buddy? Better off to have a grumpy pirate than a happy one.
Right, 1407, 117.
November 38 Alpha Kilo, descent level 70.
Flight level 70, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
London radar, hello again, this is Neptune 444 at flight level 160 inbound Domek.
Fans, I'm looking at 45 to 48 grand US, give or take, but that's over 20 years.
Direct on split climb, flight level 230, Neptune 4.
Yeah, I'm Canadian, sorry.
Lufthansa 1557, wind 260 degrees, 5 knots, runway 25, stand by, cleared for takeoff.
Delta 1557, wind 2060 degrees, cleared for takeoff.
And the reason why the instrument panel lights are out is because somebody failed them with donations, and I'm missing my ND because somebody failed them. I've got landing gear problems, which we'll have to manually put down the gear because we've got hydraulic issues. So just so you know, that's why the lighting's all fucked up. This landing with one engine out sucks.
Contact Langen on 120.575.
It's KingAir 350i.
0575 for Langen, Turkish 114, thanks for service shooting side, ciao.
Yeah, it's hard to say reading Rich. What was the visibility? Oh, look, there's a fly on the projector again. Unlimited visibility, but there is light snow. Light snow, a few clouds at 15. Broken at 3,900. Temperature 2, dew point 1, 1014. We're still in the flight level. He told me to go to flight level 70, which means I'm still, the altimeter deal is still in standard. I gotta bring the speed back now though.
November 3 Alpha Kilo, descent 4,000 feet, QNH 1014.
1014, 4,000, 8 Alpha Kilo. 1014 in the altimeter, 4,000 feet to descend. We're slowing to 250 knots. That fly's having a good day.
November Alpha Kilo, speed 230.
230 on the speed, 8 Alpha Kilo.
Xavier 117, descent flight level 70.
Level 707, 117.
We're going to need to start pumping this gear as quickly as we can. But he's not going to give us much of an opportunity to do that, so we're going to have to do our best to get it down. We may have to put the gear down at higher speed than we normally would, so we'll see how this goes. Very quickly? Yeah, very quickly is right. There's going to be an awful lot of pumps of the gear, I guarantee it. A lot of fast pumping and a very slow speed. I'm actually thinking that when I get down to 4,000, I'm going to try and put it down. What is my maximum gear retraction extension speed? Fuck, it's still 200 knots. Yeah, thanks, Boeing Sky Pilot. I'm gonna try. Now I'm into the shit. All right, landing lights are going on.
117, speed 230.
230%, 117.
And auto feather, auto ignition is on. Bleeds and blowers are all good. Everything else is good. Furnishings are good. Oh, I'm gonna have to pump this gear like crazy. We should be all right. We should be all right. I'm confident. We're in the soup, though. All right, anti-ice is going on. Ooh. Boeing Sky Pilot, last time I checked, I'm just hoping it's going to work.
November Alpha Kilo, right heading 200.
200 on the heading, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo. Oh shit, this is going to be tight. I'm going to start pumping the gear. All right, gear's going down. We're a little higher on the speed, but it's the only way I'm going to get it down otherwise.
Xavier 117, left heading 120, descent 5,000
Fuck, I hope the gear is going down. That's all I can say. I hope that gear is going down. There's the nose gear's down. Nose gear is down, boys and girls. Come on. Give me the right gear. Left gear is down, sorry. Give me the right gear. Come on. There's the right gear. All three gear are down. We got 3 green indicating. That's perfect. No, I'm not doing that on VATSIM if I can avoid it.
November Alpha Kilo, right heading 220, free speed.
220, and I can do free on the speed. KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
But not too much free, so don't stall or something.
Thanks very much. If you saw, I just had to manually put my gear down with hydraulic failure. 8 Alpha Kilo.
Xavier 117, free speed.
Free speed for Xavier 117.
We're in the soup. Is this guy gonna descend me more or what? We're gonna have to zoom this in a little bit. I don't have the localizer in here and I probably should have put it in. Close. Approach. ILS 25 center.
7117, right heading 220, cleared ILS 25.
Nav radio.
Right 220, clear for the ILS 25, center 7.
111.
November Alpha Kilo, cleared ILS 25, center.
Cleared ILS 25 center, King Air 8 Alpha Kilo. And that's 248 on the course. And we missed it. So we're going to do it by hand. We're high and we're fast. And I can't see anything. Autopilot's disconnected, auto feather, auto ignition is all on. Glide slope's coming up. There we go, we got the glide slope. Come on, localizer, come back, bitch. 25 center, 25 center. There we go, localizer's coming over.
2,500 sync rate.
We're a little under. Localizer's over. We got the runway in sight. Whoa, easy, easy. All right, 1 notch flap coming down shortly as soon as we drop some of this. Shit, we're high, we're high, we're high.
Kilo, wind 260 degrees 5 knots, runway 25 center, cleared land.
Copy the winds, clear to land 25 center, King Air 8 Alpha Kilo. Master caution. $10 Replica Gaming. Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate that. We're way high though. Oh, we just lost the other generator. Shit. That's awesome. Thanks, Replica. Appreciate it, dude. All right, second notch of flaps coming down. We are way high here and way fast. Come on, we're coming down now. Coming down now, back, 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 back. There we go. That's better. All right, glide slope's back, localizer's back. We got the runway, we're good. Everything's good. Landing lights are on, recognition lights are on, pitot heat is on. Gears down, flaps are down, and we got 3 green, clear to land. Landing checklist is complete. We're a little low now, we can go back up. It's hard to fight this right engine out. Remember, guys, we got no right engine. The right engine went out on fire. Replica Gaming helping out with the gen fault. Wow, we got some winds coming at us here. This is tricky in its own. Have you ever thought about putting your sim on a motion? Yeah, I just don't have the height for it, unfortunately. I don't have the height. The building isn't tall enough for that. I've thought about doing airbags, which would be my best way to do it. Wow, I'm really struggling with this left rudder because I've got 1 engine out here. 1 engine out is really killing me. This snow is awesome.
Alpha Kilo, vacate left.
We'll vacate left, 8 Alpha Kilo. When I get down, we'll vacate left. These probably, you guys better slow the fuck down because I'm going too slow, 120 knots now. Fighting this little bit of a crosswind and the fact that I've got too much torque from the left engine because the right engine's dead. We're high. Come back now, we're high. We've got no reversers either because we've got 1 engine out. She's snowy.
Approaching
Ooh,
minimum.
why is that doing that?
Minimums.
One engine sucks. Minimum's landing.
100.
Shit, I don't know if you guys did your predictions. What is going on here? This isn't going to be as nice as I wanted it to be.
20.
Ooh, that was definitely not nice. Apologize for that. Apologize, that was not near as nice as it should have been. Oof! Really? Replica minus 265? Was it that hard? Keep in mind, guys, that's one engine out. Yeah.
November Alpha Kilo, right on Mike, left Mike 19er, hold short of runway 25 left.
Right on Mike, left of 19er, and we'll hold short, KingAir 8 Alpha Kilo.
Sever 117, do you need another approach?
Right on Mike 11, he said. Or left on Mike 11. What did he say? Left on Mike 11. Left on Mike, right on 11. That's what he said. Left on Mike, right on 11. And hold short. Thanks for the 200 bits, Boeing Sky Pilot. Appreciate the cheer of the bits.
120 decimal 575. Ciao, mach's gut, Neptune 444.
Landing lights are off, taxi lights are on. Put the strobes off for now. Taxiing with one.
November Alpha Kilo, right turn.
Oh, sorry about that. You said right on 11. My mistake. 8 Alpha Kilo.
No, the left turn on 19er later.
Right on Mike, left on 19, 8 Alpha Kilo. Right on Mike, left on 19. That's why. You should have predicted. Yeah. Could you fly this plane in real life, Mabus? Mabus, of course I could. 100%. I guarantee it. Left on Mike 19. 19. Happy New Year, Mustafa, my friend Mustafa. How's it going, big guy? Good to see ya. Happy New Year to you too. Hopefully you and your family are safe. Navigraph charts, Trinity High. Navigraph charts. And it works perfectly on the iPad. Hype train? Where'd the hype train come from? Awesome! Thank you guys. Level 1 hype train. Appreciate that. Did I miss something that I should have seen and thanked you guys for?
Some pennies came in. Pennies. Boeing Sky Pilot did 100, Grumpy Pilot did 100, and Complete Freedom did 100.
Well, I apologize, Complete Freedom and Grumpy Pirate, for missing those. You guys are awesome. Scotty Tuhati gifting a tier 1 sub to Mustafa. Thanks, Scotty, for coming in to extend the hype train.
117.
Absolutely awesome, guys. You guys are all amazing supporters of the channel. Thank you very much for contributing. Mustafa paying forward the gift sub they got from Scotty Tuhati. Grumpy Pirate. Grumpy Pirate is the new subscriber to the Cockpit Builders channel. Thank you very much, Mustafa, for gifting the wonderful tier 1 sub to Grumpy Pirate.
Mike 11, cross 25 left. stand 671 via Romeo Sierra 16 after 117.
November Alpha Kilo, cross runway 25 left and taxi straight ahead to the General Aviation Terminal via Sierra 23.
Thank you very much. We'll cross 25 left and we'll taxi straight ahead via Sierra 23 to the GA. Thank you very much for your help. 8 Alpha Kilo. Thank you very much for Hawker Driver. Another 100 bits. Appreciate that. It is very, very cold here by the looks of things, yes. Straight ahead, Sierra 23 is just to our right a little bit. How many of the instrument of the cockpit are real? Instruments, I've got analogs. The fuel gauges are real. The flaps gauge is real. The VSI is real. Other than that, we're good. Let me reset the failures here, guys. That'll reset the failures, which will allow me to put these back on.
Lufthansa 4 Juliet request. Any one-way reports?
4 Juliet, negative.
We are still running on one engine, though.
Okay.
The right engine's still out. I'm not going to restart it. Alright, strobes are off. Just so you're aware, the lower camera that shows the outside is very laggy. The one on the, yeah, of course it is. It's actually being picked up, Mustafa, through a web address because you can only have so many cameras connected to the machine. So that one's actually pulling from a web address. It's a cheap Chinese piece of garbage is what it is, to be honest with you. But I appreciate the update. And it really gets bad if I do this. You can see how bad it actually is. Alright, there's our guy. There is our guy.
Center, einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Langsam einen wunderschönen guten Abend hier. Marvin, Regio 23 Foxtrot Delta at 320 climbing 350 inbound remit.
Regio 23 Foxtrot Delta Lachen, hallo.
Oh, there is no replays, unfortunately, in 2020.
Direct correct, expect ILS 25 Center, Regio 23 Foxtrot Delta.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Juliet, wind 26 degrees 5 knots, runway 25 10, taxi commence.
Just about clipped him.
Lufthansa 4 Echo Juliet.
Is it still something that makes it difficult to watch a replay in 2020? I heard there were some issues. Yeah, maybe the issue is you can't do a replay. All right, let's get the generators off. I wish I could watch drone land. I'm going to wait for him to taxi in and Master Chief Pilot. I'm going to wait for them to come in. But I couldn't really sit there and watch the replay when he was controlling. That would have been cool, but...
Where are you parked?
He had me come off 25 center and then hang a left, go across 25 left, and I'm basically at that Sierra 23. I'm halfway, just halfway down, exactly where I thought. So there's a GA icon in the map at Sierra 23, and I'm parked right there. All right, take care, Boeing Sky Pilot. Thanks very much, dude. Good to see you. Appreciate you coming by. Oh, you went to another stand, Master Chief? Okay. All right, before I shut this down, I just want to have a peek and see what's going on here. The avionics are going off, taxi lights are off, obviously. The other generator's going off, recognition lights, tail lights are off, pitot heat, windshield heat, auto feather and auto ignition can go off, bleeds and blowers, those bad boys are going off. Flaps are coming up, make sure those are clean. Oh, go down, go down, go down. Who have we got on here? Ozzy's doing flight sim. We've got live fly guy on. Starflies is about to start.
Okay, I had Ozzy set up, but you tell me.
No, yeah, Ozzy in space would probably be perfect. Did you find me? Drone? Where are you at?
Yeah, I'm heading right for you now. You're right by that tower.
Yep, I'm sitting right by the tower, just waiting for you to pull in next to me. And a 3-hour start for Starflies. Yeah, exactly. No, we're gonna go over to Ozzy.
Pull it on your left.
Okay, that works for me. Ozzy is gonna be who we're gonna send it over to shortly. All right, so those are all off. We're gonna pull the right engine or the left engine. Cabin signs are going off. And feather the engine. Master caution. And wait for it to spool down.
Yeah, maybe we'll go around the front of you.
Master caution. Yeah, you can go around in front. There you are. I can see now it's a little snowy here, drone, sorry. Your nose wheel looks like it's a little in the air. Chalks, please, boys. And we'll do the nav light. Speedo 8 TCAS is all off, and we'll do it the beacon light is off. That's it. Battery is off. That's going to do it to us. Reading Rich, we'll see you on Saturday morning. Remember, 10 a.m. 1500 Zulu. We're doing an ATC POSCON flight, guys. A special. You guys are getting 2 streams on Saturday. One at 10 in the morning, and then one again at 7 o'clock at night, which is 1500 Zulu, and again at 2400 Zulu. Guys, for each and every one of you that's in the channel, thank you very much for hanging out with us. We are going to go over and see Ozzy in space. Remember, you can follow us on youtube.com/cockpitbuilders, cockpitbuilders.com, at cockpitbuilders at Twitter. Let's go over and see Ozzy in space, and we'll see you all Saturday morning. Thanks very much, guys. November 38 Alpha Kilo, cockpitbuilders.com. Have a great night, and thank you very much for being here. Take care, boys.